Good evening, everyone. This is the group presentation by Group 1. The purpose of this assessment is to analyze the course of action that we took, which is designing an internship management system. As you can see, Tasir, myself, with Ibrahim Kazmi and on Abdullah Rizvi. Starting us off, I will explain what this project is about. Interconnect, that's the name that we came up with. It's a platform designed to connect your business to the global market, whether you are an entrepreneur or a well-established organization. Interconnect is here to help you grow and achieve your goals however you like. We are here to help. And we have much more to offer. Moving on. As we see it, there is a need to change in this new era of business. Technology, for instance, has evolved exponentially and the customer needs have become more diverse and advanced. It's time to break the traditional walls and bring the innovation to the forefront. Interconnect is here to help the business bridge the gap between old and new and usher in with a new era of opportunity. And how we do that, in just a moment, you will see as we also demonstrate towards the end how we have designed our interface. Our mission here at Interconnect, we are committed to empower businesses worldwide through our innovative platform by providing seamless and efficient user experience. Our aim, in simple words, is to simplify the process of international business, one connection at a time. So join us on this journey towards success. Moving on, what to expect from us when you work with us. First of all, we have a very vast global reach. We can help you expand your businesses beyond the borders with our wide range of international network connections that we provide. Moving on, we are user-friendly, of course. Our platform is designed with you in mind and making the experience as smooth as possible with the help of our platform, making it more flexible. You can have a full access to your profile as you like. You can customize the information based on what you want to portray. We give you full control of how you want to show yourself in the job market, and we are more secure knowing that your data is you've trust us with the data, and we ensure that your valuable transactions are protected with state-of-the-art technologies that we used. Moving on, I would like to invite Ibrahim Kazmi to go over the SWOT analysis that we have conducted and the network design that we have designed for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Syed Muhammad Ibrahim Kazmi, and one of my group member, Wali, gave you introduction about our platform, which name is InternConnect. Here I am representing a bit more about our platform, InternConnect. In order to provide the best service possible, we are at InternConnect conduct regular SWOT analysis to evaluate our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. By identifying areas for growth and our improvement, we can ensure that our platform continues to meet and exceed industry standards. Basically, SWOT analysis is like dissecting a project code. So there are some strengths of InternConnect, which shows job opening and who's responsible building a job seeking community. Plus, we partner with top companies earning a 4/5 client rating. The weaknesses is the system demands high maintenance costs and face occasional downtime. Implementing Intern Connect can be resource intensive and temporarily disruptive. Opportunities. It offers to network with the industry and boost confidence can handle more interns supporting growth. We also provide tailored job market courses. Threats. In threats, like in Intern Connect, storing sensitive data means dealing with cybersecurity threats and data privacy rules. Competing software poses a challenge as some employees may resist change. Design thinking process. Design thinking process is problem-solving approach, which can start by deeply understanding the people you are designing for during the empathize. Next slide. Empathize stage, we put ourselves in the shoes of interns. They often find onboarding confusing and frustrating. By understanding their goals and aspirations, we can create a platform that meet their specific requirements and exceed expectations. Next slide, please. Once we have identified the needs of our client, we move on to defining the problem statement. In the define stage, we clearly identify the specific problems that intern facing during onboarding. You can say, think of to narrowing down the exact pinpoints. Our team of experts work to ensure that the problem is accurately and thoroughly defined, paving the way for successful design process. Next slide, please. Next comes the ideate stage, where we brainstorm innovation ideas to address the onboarding challenges, which we it's like a creative session where we think outside the box. Our ideation process involves brainstorming and idea generation session to come up with, you can say, creative solutions that cater down to our client needs. So now I just want to pass on to Sayedon for the rest of our project.
Hi everyone, my name is Sayedon Rizvi. As my group member Ibrahim talked about the design thinking process, I'm going to continue explaining the further stages of the design thinking process. The next stage is prototype. In the prototype stage, what we do is we transform our ideas into tangible prototypes. These are like early drafts of our solutions, which allow us to test and refine them before fully implementing them. Next slide, please. So the next stage is test. The test stage is where we basically take our prototypes and put them to the real world to test. It is like trying out a new game to make sure it's fun. We involve a few interns to gather their feedbacks for the further improvements. Can we go to the next slide, please? Requirements gathering, information gathering methods. Now I'm going to talk about the information gathering methods that we have used to build the Intern Connect, right? We needed to collect like loads of information, which we did in the few ways. The first one is surveys. We talked to interns, supervisors, and HR to get their thoughts on what is important. And the other one was document analysis. We dig into our existing documents like guidelines and emails to find the hidden ideas. Can we go to the next slide, please? Requirement gathering, that's case problems and information gathering approach. Now look at some real issues that we have uncovered making this project. The first issue was onboarding inefficiency. Interns faced delays while joining a new company. So they had issues while onboarding a new company. So we asked them to share their experiences through surveys. The other issue was communication gaps. We found that the interns and supervisors had trouble communicating, so we analyzed their emails. And one other issue was performance evaluation changes. The process was not very consistent. So we reached out to HR supervisors and the interns to figure out what's going wrong. That's all from my side. Now I'm gonna pass it on to my group member Tasir to explain the rest of the project that we have designed. Thank you.
Thank you for that, On. Hey everyone, my name is Tasir Askar, and I'll be taking the rest of the presentation from here on. Now, we're going to talk about user interface design and the effective input design. So when we talk about effective input design, we mean making it super easy for users to just put information into Intern Connect. That is our platform, Intern Connect. So basically think of it as like filling out a simple online form, but we made it even easier. So we're going to show you the design in just a bit, but we're going to tell you a bit about the design first. All right. So first of all, our design, it's user-friendly. We've designed the system so it's easy to use just like any other app. So second, we've added double checks. We've added checks. These checks are like autocorrect for your data, making sure that it's right and it's not filled with any other mistakes as well. And then thirdly, whether you're signing up or whether you like updating any of the data in your profile, it's pretty straightforward. So we made sure it's not confusing at all. And it's like following a basically step-by-step guide. In short, so effective input design means making it a breeze for users to enter data accurately and really quickly. Now, user interface design, effective output design. Now let's talk about the effective output design. This is where the Intern Connect excels at giving you important information. So think of it as like your car's dashboard. So it basically shows you what you need to know. So our dashboards and reports are really easy to read. Basically like a summary of your favorite book, and it tells you like everything you need to know about an intern and their progress or the process they're going through. And we've customized them for different users. So you only see what's relevant to your role. And then they show real-time updates. So it's like watching live scores during a sports game. So you get instant insights into what's happening. And then we also provide analytics. So it's like having someone else to give you feedback on your performance, etc. And we've also provided that in our design, which we will show you in a second. And our analytics, they give you like a valuable idea and insight to help organizations make really smart decisions on your employment. So basically, in simple terms, effective output design makes sure that the information you get from Intern Connect is not only easy to find, but also it's like really helpful. Now, moving on to the design, we've created a very simple interface, just like any other app. Here you see the first image that sign in. So when you sign in, you're gonna have interface like this. You sign in with using your email or your username, and you put in your password, and then you log in straight away. Pretty simple forward. Now, moving on to the next slide. So we've also added in design an error function, which you saw before, error. So if there's any sort of error, you enter your password wrong, or if you're not logged in, or you haven't signed up already, so you're gonna come to a page that's gonna show you an error, and it's gonna give you an option to go back to the login page to put in your details right. So this is in our design system, which is pretty simple and pretty straightforward, just like any other app you use. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. Now here, this is the dashboard that I've talked about before. You see all the information of the interns here, and you see your profile. You can see, you can manage it. You can enter the details. You can just edit the details. So you can see all the details of the interns. You can see the current status of all the interns. You can see their employment status, you can see what company they're working for, and you can see if what the application is status is. So is it still verified or is it still on pending? Now, moving on to the next slide, please. Now, we've also added a search feature. So if you search for the intern's name, it's going to show you an intern. So if there's no intern here, it's going to show you interface like that where no interns were found. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and really easy to use. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. So we've also added a create intern function in there. So if you want to add a new intern, if you want to add someone's information here, so you just simply click on the create intern button and you add all the information here. You add the description of the job, what the company they're working for, what is their job description, and all the information of the interns, including their contact details and the name and etc. Everything goes in here. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. Here you can edit all the interns' information. For example, if we already have an intern whose information we have, but their employment status or their contract status recently changed. So we can just simply go to the edit intern and we can edit that information here. And we can just save that information for all the interns, etc. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. Here you can see we've made different interface where you can see your information. This is basically for the users. When users click on their profile, they can simply see all the details, the company, the username. You can add a profile picture here. They see the contract status. They see the reports, and everything is displayed here for the user that's currently using our platform, Intern Connect. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. So this is the same thing as before. This is the admins page where you can actually edit user information. Next slide, please. Now, as we talked before, that will be our system provide analytics. So it's basically like giving feedback on your performance. So when you click on your profile and you're going to see a bio, you're going to see simple interface of your job description, and you're going to also see analytics here. You're going to see all the data that were provided based on your performance. So you can see here the personalities, introvert, all the analytical and creative data. So it gives you real-time information, and this information can be accessed by your employers to make decisions further about your contract, etc. So it makes it easier for both the employers and the interns. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. This is the same as the last slide. So these are the interests, the influences, the goals, the motivations of the user. So this is also the part of the analytical data that's used, and that's used to get insights and to help the organizations and the intern alike. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. Now, to wrap up, Intern Connect is basically more than just a computer program. It's a big improvement in how internships are managed. Think of it as like having a helpful assistant that really makes internships simpler for everyone. Now, with our user-friendly input design, entering data is just really easy, just like checking off items on a to-do list. Now, our effective design really gives you clear and valuable information, kind of like a dashboard in a car, so you always know what's going on. And Intern Connect is here to make all the internships better, boost productivity, and create a positive experience for interns and the organizations alike. It's like having a mentor to guide you every step of the way. Now, moving on to the next slide, please. So if you have any questions or comments on Intern Connect, we're here to help. So feel free to reach out and ask any questions you like. And lastly, the references. These are the sources that we used to make Intern Connect possible. They are the building blocks of the study building. So if you want to learn more about the internship software design related topics, so these are the great place to start. So I'm going to finish my project here. So this is all for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Okay. Well, you can stop recording.